Go with you, Guardian.
I can work with this.
They rebuilt the speaker's private quarters even after the reconstruction. I still can't believe that he's gone. He wasn't the first speaker, and he can't be the last, right? We still need a speaker, don't we? I keep expecting to show up in the bazaar and see Eva Levante here. This spot's right around where she used to set up shop. I haven't heard much about her since we reclaimed our home, other than that she survived. No one's heard from her in a while, though. I think this is where Banshee used to be set up. You know that number after his name isn't for show, right? Amanda told me he really has been rebooted 44 times. How can he remember anything at this point? Look at all these inventory notes. Looks like everyone is trying to get the tower's market back on track. Tess, Banshee, Rahul, Eva Levante. They're all working together on this stuff. With everyone embracing Hawthorne's power to the people message, maybe they don't have as much patience for factions like New Monarchy.
Everything ends. So be careful.
Things seem like they're back to normal around here. It's like nothing changed. But with the Traveler awake now, that can't be true. Things are going to get better, right? I think this used to be a terminal used by Eris Morn. Lots of notes in here about the Hive, their Prince Crota, the Taken King, Oryx. Huh. I wonder where she went off to. If I'm reading this right, Ikora is pushing hard for civilians to have easier access to the tower. It's nice to see, you know? People up and around here.
Some kids were playing Guardians.
I've heard from other ghosts that there are lots of spots like this popping up. Secret places where people go to just sit and talk. About the attack, about the Traveler, about the future. Who knows what tomorrow holds?
I'll clear down that way, Guardian. Over.
Maintenance logs from a systems engineer. She talks about how she's having to do tasks for 2 people now that her mechanic buddy is gone. Everybody lost someone when the Cabal attacked us. I think somebody stole these supplies from New Monarchy. References in the logs to following Hawthorne's lead. I wonder what that means. The last login on this terminal was from Banshee 44, but he tried and failed so many logins as Banshee 41 that it locked him out. All those reboots might have finally gotten to him. Hawthorne told me she comes up here to read sometimes. She's studying up. Vanguard history, the consensus, the faction wars, even books about the founding of the city. Huh. I wonder where Lewis goes while she's here.
How many times I gotta tell you?
These crates are completely full of Vanguard history books. There are over 30 just focused on Osiris. He wasn't even the Warlock Vanguard for that long before Ikora, but it sure was a busy time. Huh. Communications between Amanda Holliday and Commander Zavala. Back and forth for weeks, keeping tabs on shady characters in the hangar. Nothing gets by Zavala. Someone's been trying to modify one of Shax's red jacks, but all the interface history shows is accessed by other frames. Our site and Dahlia, it says. Over and over. Our site and Dahlia. This terminal looks like it's in use as a forum for dead orbit folks. About what you'd expect. Lots of pictures of people wearing black and nihilistic poetry. I think someone from the future war cult is hoarding a secret stash of tech here. I'm, not trying to be vague. I have no idea what half this stuff does. Lakshmi sure does love her secrets. Looks like a journal, Anna Bray, but I can't tell who. Pretty much the entire thing is redacted, and there are whole pages missing. Something about all this seems wrong. Am I worrying too much? Wrong. Am I worrying too much? This is weird. Was someone spying on Iraq Jalal? Some of the papers are signed Iraq, but it's not Jalal's handwriting. I don't think I'll ever understand faction politics.
I need you to head over to Peregrine District and check in on that. Then move to phase 2.
Right? That's the description.
There is nothing going on at this station.
Crowd gathering up ahead. Didn't look out.
We have a lost child. Female, 6, red coat. Yep, I'm home.
I don't know what Jalal said, but it changed his mind.
Checks out. Carry on.
Would you look at the traveler?
War cult meeting
My,
tonight.
my, my.
We have a lost child. Female, 6, red coat.
So then I opened the crate. Needless to say, I sent the whole shipment back to
Control,
Venture.
we have a lost child. We have 24 hours to
What do you think this machine does?
He owns our assets. Control, we have a lost child.
I think folks feel safer seeing this order.
Let me check right away.
Devrim spent years defending the city from places just like this along the wall. I can see why he found this spot comforting. If Hawthorne hadn't been out there in the wilds, on the lookout for people escaping the city, well, I'm glad we met her. Who knows where we'd be now? A shard of the Traveler. I can't find any record of why it's here or how it got here. We're a long way from the city, you know. I want to believe it's here for a reason. For us. Look at this. I've heard some of the civilians talk about settling down out here once the fighting stops. I'm not sure that's such a good idea, but you can't argue with the view.